welcome to another episode of the No1 Podcast. I am your host, Coach Jake. Hope you guys are doing good today. And is that light glaring too bad for you guys? Hopefully I can read. I'll have to keep the glasses on. You tell me, glasses on, glasses off. I don't know, man. You guys tell me. Anyway, I hope that you guys are doing good. Yeah, man. So what's up, AC? Afternoon to you. Do a kickflip, spooky nachos. I don't have my deck here, dude. It's at home, and I'm too old, man. I haven't skated in like 15 years. What's up, guys? How you doing? Another fun episode of the No1 Podcast. What's up, R. Bartley? Give me a shout out. Say hey. You can hit me up in the comments. What's up, Luster Tiddlywings? Nice to see you. Tactical Unicorn. I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't talked to you. Hope you're doing good. I love seeing all your crazy shooting videos. So yeah, if you guys want to hit me up in the chat, please feel free. What I'm talking about today is Silver Lake. Okay. What do I talk about? I talk about combat sports and I talk about business. If you don't know Silver Lake, dude, they are disrupting the game. So let's get into this, right? So I want to peel back the curtain, right? Like the Wizard of Oz. I want you to understand, what is all this business? Like, how does it actually work? Catch Jedi. My glasses make me look smart. See, dumb, smart. It's like Superman, right? Like, here I am, Superman. I look like Lex Luthor with the hairdo. And then my glasses. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you. So, Trevor A. Courtney says, what is Silver Lake? Silver Lake, dude, if you don't know, you're gonna know. How many of you guys have heard the name WWE? Give me a number one in the chat. How many of you guys have heard the name UFC? Give me a number one in the chat. Don't be shy, guys. I'm trying to communicate with you, so communicate with me back here. Thank you, Luster Tiddlywings. So a lot of people hearing know about UFC. They know about WWE. Okay, let's take it to the next level of business. Let's pull back this curtain a little bit. How many of you guys know about Johaland says 1-1? Okay. How many Wills? Give me a one. How many of you guys, give me a number one, know Endeavor, TKO? Anybody know who Endeavor and TKO is? Give me a number one. Or if you don't, say no. Okay. So we got people who know who the WWE is. We have people who know who UFC is. Good. Who's TKO? Okay, Will knows who TKO is, who Endeavor is. Luster Tiddlywing says no. Joe Halland says no. So let's pull back the curtain here a little bit, okay? TKO, Zelen knows, Ezekiel BJJ, okay. TKO is the company that owns WWE and UFC. So if you've heard any of the news, TKO is their ticket symbol. So because they're a publicly held company, they trades on the New York Stock Exchange, TKO. Okay, you can go buy stock. This is the company that is run by Ari Emanuel. He bought UFC, I think it was $4 billion, TKO and Endeavor, and then bought WWE, and they merged them together under this TKO. So this is how fast things are changing. Okay? Jimmy Hubby gave me a yes. Thank you, sir. So this is how fast things are changing. This merger is just 2 years old. It's like not quite 2 years old. Now, why is this? Well, who gives a crap about this stuff? Well, UFC, now Dana White is still president of UFC and was prior to the merger and afterwards and the purchase, the acquisition. Triple H is still largely in control. They booted Vince McMahon because of all his drama. Okay, so Miter999 says they're going to be huge. They are huge, brother. So let's talk about why does this matter? Okay. So, and what can you guys, those of you that want to aspire to do big things like me, right? Shoot Pro Wrestling. I'm swinging for the fences, dude. We're going to make a killer show. My aim is to be bigger with Shoot Pro Wrestling than WWE and UFC, bigger than TKO. This is how fast the landscape is changing, though. I was on a call today, actually, with some of my partners with Shoot Pro Wrestling, and we were talking about the landscape. And these are some of these guys are high-level guys in WWE, by the way, okay? Or used to be on the executive side. Now, you have to understand, this is crazy. My work with Shoot Pro, in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of other people, has preluded this merger of UFC and WWE, because what is it that I'm doing? My mission the last 20 years with Scientific Wrestling, and now pushing it into Shoot Pro as our promotion, as our marketing arm, is to promote competitive professional wrestling. So you can go to Shoot Pro Wrestling. You can see what competitive grappling looks like under professional wrestling rules. We have shoot. For those of you who don't know the language of professional wrestling, a shoot is a legit contest, something you can bet on, okay? It's not a work, it's not fake or scripted or whatever words you want to use. A shoot. And so our promotion is called Shoot Pro Wrestling, okay? Now, we've had tag team matches, triple threat matches, we call triple shoots, three-way single-man tag, single matches. We've had women's matches. So we're doing all the various permutations that we could do that professional wrestling has brought us, because that's what Catch as Catch Can is, right? The whole premise is that I need people on the entire planet to understand and recognize and put Catch as Catch Can on the true pedestal that it deserves as the most impactful combat sport martial art in the history of the world, and especially modern history. And if we expand it, we could say wrestling in general, because Catch came from it, and from Catch came Olympic freestyle, MMA, professional wrestling, scholastic wrestling. I can make a very good argument that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu would not exist without Catch as Catch Can. So this Krav Maga, like reality-based self-defense, like grappling, no-gi grappling, would not exist without Catch as Catch Can, okay? And I'm sick of people not knowing that, okay? That is my job, what I've been charged with by my mentors, Billy Robinson, Carl Gotch, big players, to make the world well aware of this. So, now, why is all of this relevant? Well, the work I've done, bringing competitive grappling to professional wrestling, that is going on. Next week, or maybe it's next month, NXT, which is a WWE brand, will be filming out of the UFC Apex Center. This is happening fast. Okay, now it doesn't mean it's still a work, and they're just messing around. But they're going to, what we're doing with Shoot Pro is going to be the future. Ironically, it's also the past, but this is where it's going. I've been at this for 20 years, and I don't want to take responsibility for it, but I will take some responsibility for it, and by and large, a lot of it, because of my promotional efforts in the last 20 years, over 20 years. Now, this is how fast things are going. Do you know that this WrestleMania that was in Philadelphia, I was in Philadelphia on WrestleMania weekend, WWE superstar Drew Gulak, if he's out there, hi Drew, thank you, flew me out to his gym. He's currently on the roster for WWE. I think he's not sure which brand, maybe NXT now. He's been all the brands. He brought me out to train some of the guys at his gym in Philadelphia, because WrestleMania was in Philadelphia. Anyway, the thing that is crazy is that WrestleMania, I think it's the first one, or maybe it's the second one under the Endeavor control, not McMahon, Endeavor, TKO, Ari Emanuel, broke all the records. All the records. Look here, Hollywood Reporter, WWE posts record revenue. This is what I do. I'm a fractional chief revenue coach, so this is what where the rubber hits the road on business. WWE posts record revenue amid most successful WrestleMania ratings and attendance gains. The sports entertainment giant, which is expected to close its merger with Endeavor's UFC in the second half of the year. Oh, maybe this was last year. Oh my God. So last year's was a record, which was the first one. And then this year's was an absolute record. Okay. Highest they've ever done on everything. It's mind blowing the amount of money that they made. in the last 2 years since the acquisition. Why is this important? Because when Vince held the company, he held iron grip control. Somebody from Saudi Arabia, there's talks that Saudi Arabia people wanted to buy it, that all these different people, that maybe Tony Khan with AEW was going to buy it. Like there's all this speculation. Who's going to buy WWE from Vince McMahon? Who could put the money together? Ended up being Ari Emanuel. Well, guess what? It's no longer under his control. And they're already ready to sell TKO. Again, like, because it's like, okay, so how many of you guys have bought and sold a business? I'm not saying started a business, bought a pre-existing business, a business acquisition. How many of you guys? Give me a number one. I've done it. I coach people on doing it. How do you buy and sell businesses, right? It's not all that dissimilar from buying a house, okay? And when a lot of people, you may not know people who buy and sell businesses, but you might know people who flip houses. Anybody know people who flip houses? What do? It's arbitrage. You buy it low, you sell it high. And how do you sell it high? You throw some curb appeal, make it look better, make some improvements, and then you resell it for more money and you make a profit. Simple. Okay? This is what TKO has done. The last 2 years, broken revenue records, made this thing massively successful, more than it had ever been, which it's always been successful. I mean, you can argue some years were better than others, but these last 2 years were the best years it's ever had. And they're selling it, and the company that they're selling it to, they're going to take it private. Right now, you can go and you can trade TKO stock, WWE, UFC stock on the stock exchange, profit, short it, whatever you want to do. They're going to buy it back from the market, and they're going to make it a private, held by Silver Lake Capital. This is the disruptor that I'm telling you about. Okay? This is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. First of all, that in just 2 years, they're going to turn this for a profit. I know that Ari Emanuel, the guy who runs Endeavor, he's also with William Morris. If you ever saw the old TV show Entourage on HBO, it was based on Marky Mark's life, Mark Wahlberg, Ari Emanuel was played by the actor Jeremy Piven. He was the crazy Hollywood agent, right? So there's this other company, William Morris Endeavor. Anyway, so they're going to sell to Silver Lake. Ari Emanuel, and the deal is going to get a private jet out of, plus millions and millions of dollars. I think it's what was it, like 200 to get 250? How much is he making? Yeah, he's getting $250 million plus a private jet for 2 years' work. Okay. A lot of you guys may not realize this. In America, most millionaires are made through real estate. Most billionaires, though, are made through private equity. This is what Ari Emanuel's doing. If he does another deal, 3 more deals like this, he's a billionaire. He made 250 on this in 2 years. A brick. This is huge. This is unbelievable. And you don't even know who Silver Lake is. You didn't even know who Ari Emanuel is. You didn't even know who TKO was. This is happening so fast. And when it gets, pulled back to private, did you notice, remember the Attitude Era? How wild it was? They had all those crazy like bra and panty matches and all this other stuff. Questionable content when Mae Young had the world's strongest man, Mark Henry's baby, and it was a hand. I mean, just bizarre. That was because it was privately held, because there wasn't like the stock market saying, dude, don't do that. There wasn't a board of directors that was appointed, all that kind of stuff that comes with a publicly traded company. This is absolutely massive. This group, Silver Lake, held by this guy named Patrick Whitesell, who's going to be the main guy. So you thought it was Vince McMahon, and then you're like, no, it's Ari Emanuel. No, Patrick Whitesell. Okay. Is the guy. Now, this isn't a done deal, but this is the way it's looking. Absolutely nuts. Okay. So now what are the lessons to be learned here? How many of you people have your own business? Anybody out there? Anybody out there have their own business? No? It's crazy. Small business makes up like 50% almost of the American economy. So somebody out there, has a small business. Let's rephrase this. How many of you people would like to own your own business? Like billionaire, any of these billionaires that come from private equity, like Elon Musk. And now he's public because he's taking these like Tesla and whatnot public. But think about your own business, okay? What is the hardest part? The hardest part, this might shock you. The hardest part of a business and the most important part, definitely not Dylan. Is the 3-point takedown thing actually true? Yeah, dude, old news. Sadly, I don't agree with it. I think it's like, oh my gosh. They need to stop messing with folk style. You need to stop, people. It's the greatest basis for MMA, and it's straight catch as catch can. It's just catch with some submissions takeout. But that folk style is catch as catch can. It's amateur catch as catch can. Need you guys to understand that. Joe Holland, maybe, I don't know. Owning a business seems like a lot of work. It is a lot of work, dude. That's how you get a lot of money. Putting a lot of work, not for somebody else, for yourself. But it is a lot of work, so don't get it twisted. And the hardest part of the work and why you buy and sell businesses, why starting your own business, and now mind you, this is coming from somebody with experience. I'm telling you, this is a stupid thing to do for most people. Most businesses fail. It's difficult. And first-time entrepreneurs are typically looking for creating the best product or service, okay? Then they get hammered and lose a lot of money and a lot of the time and effort. And then hopefully they either quit or hopefully they become seasoned and learn and don't quit and figure it out. And they realize, well, the product service actually is not as important as distribution. What do I mean by distribution? It is more important for me to have a market to sell it to than to have a great product. Because that's the hardest part of a new business. The hardest part of a new business is acquiring clients. That's hard. It takes years. WWE started out as WWF, been around forever. That's why it's so big. Okay? Shoot, man. UFC is 30 years old, man. 1994. Okay? It takes a long time. Single-minded persistence. Decades. Scientific wrestling. I'm doing big things. 20 years. I'm still not at the 30 years of the UFC. Now, by the time I hit 30 years, we're going to be talking some craziness. By the time I hit 50 years, I'm talking bigger than Endeavor. Do you see? So, now, let's circle that back to why am I talking to you right now? Distribution. I'm just being transparent with you. Yeah, I want to help you, but if you don't know I exist and I'm not pushing out and hitting you, you can't come and benefit from my products and services. This is distribution. So WWE, why did WWE blow up? Remember? Do you know the story of WWE? Vince bought it from his dad and put it on cable, which had bigger distribution than what the old model was, which was this little territorial rinky-dink local TV, da-da-da-da-da. He said, screw it. Cable TV takes me nationwide, massive distribution. Now, Hulk Hogan is known in territories where he was never known before, or a WWE product is, WWF back then. WrestleMania is known in a way that it was never known before. And then they were smart. They said, okay, look, everything's moving off cable and moving to streaming. So what does WWE do, especially under Ari Emanuel? William Morris, Hollywood, Ari Emanuel gets him a deal with Netflix. Distribution. Do you understand? This is how the world works, guys. This is, you didn't even know Emmanuel's name, and he's already gone. He's already made $250 million on this deal. Well, it's not happened yet, but this is the rumblings that's going on right now. I'm telling you, as a chief revenue officer, a guy who's bought and sold businesses, does like made a lot of people a lot of money with what I do, with my focus on revenue in corporate clients. And I'm trying to make I'm trying to make a dent in the universe with Shoot Pro Wrestling, stealing a phrase from Steve Jobs of Apple. All right, so is this useful to any of you guys? Because I'm going to be real, like, I try, because this mission that I've had the greatest mentors on the planet. I am truly the most blessed guy. And this is why also I try to mentor people, because I've just been blessed, man. Billy Robinson, Carl Gotch, Wade Shouts, Grant Cardone. Like, dude, I'm just blessed. And what I've learned is that I am trying my hardest to make competitive professional wrestling at the top of the heap again. I believe in my heart of hearts that it can happen, and it will happen. I've been charged with this explicitly in public. Billy Robinson said he never complimented anybody. He said Jake is a great learner, and because of him, without a doubt, that's a lot of pressure coming from a guy like Billy Robinson, the last legit catch-as-catch-can man, my mentor of 7 years. Jake is a great learner, and because of Jake, without a doubt, catch wrestling's coming back. Well, I'm swinging for the fences. I could use your help. Who do you know that, I have a two-pronged attack that I'm doing now based on my 20 years of effort. I'm building an empire. First is with Shoot Pro Wrestling. Go check out Shoot Pro Wrestling. I put all the matches. I have 3 shows worth of matches, tag team shoots, triple shoots, singles matches, a ton of stuff for you for free. I put my money, I put my effort into this. The wrestlers put their skin in the game, stitches, broken bones, all that. And it's there for you for free. Okay? Help me get this to help me with my mission. If you know somebody that's a big sponsor that can see this vision, if you know somebody in distribution, broadcasting, let me know. Please. That's one prong. What do you know that the UFC was a freaking infomercial for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? It's not. If that is somehow controversial to you, you have no clue. You're just a consumer. You're a subject that you probably believe that politics is real. Politics is as real as pro wrestling scripts. I hate to break it to you. Stop being naive. The UFC was started by Rorion Gracie as a promotional tool. This is what I'm doing with Shoot Pro Wrestling. And anybody can compete. I'm not going to cherry pick the competitors like they did to make it seem like. You notice the second the wrestlers sniffed this, Dan Severn, by UFC 3, the wrestlers took over. Dan Severn, Randy Couture, all those guys just kind of came in, took over UFC, and it's just been wrestlers. Amateur wrestlers, folk style, amateur catch-as-catch-can wrestlers. Well, guess what? That's what we're doing with Shoot Pro. And we've had jiu-jitsu guys on. We've had sambo guys on. We've had amateur wrestlers. We've had grapplers. All of them, dude. Under the rule set, the only rule set co-developed by Carl Gotch for Catch-as-Catch-Can specific. Same guy who brought you Pancrase, which predated UFC, first MMA, the modern age. New Japan, professional wrestling. Guy who coached Sakuraba, Billy Robinson. Scientific wrestling, Jake Shannon. I need your help. Now, scientific wrestling, the second arm, if UFC, what UFC is to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu now has replaced Taekwondo as the strip mall retail martial arts du jour, right? I'm 50. I remember in the 80s, I got a black belt in Taekwondo, right? Like now you got teenagers getting a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu or whatever. Well, yeah, it takes 10 years or whatever the marketing is. You understand? So what the UFC was as a promotional vehicle to get jiu-jitsu in across the world, nobody heard of that shit until they did their little, works through bookings. Well, my vision is we need to put Catch as Catch Can back. This is Shoe Pro. Shoe Pro is going to be huge. I'm not laying things out. We're really hustling to get this filmed in the can and out by August. Big level, not this rinky-dink shit that everybody else that's ripping me off is trying to do. Big, professional, high-end, well-produced. So if you know somebody who helps, awesome. But Shoe Pro is the UFC part. And yeah, maybe that'll be a $20 billion sale when I exit that. But I'm doing it to push scientific wrestling. We have 16 different affiliates worldwide. In our first year, we added 16 affiliates. All the way from Italy, we have an Italian affiliate, Enrico, all the way out to Hawaii, where me and Wade Chalice are heading out to Hawaii, and 14 in between in the United States. My vision, I want 250 affiliates. I'm going to make this announcement right now. The first group of affiliates, I gave them this deal. This is how I did it. I said, give me $10,000 flat. And then you pay $495 a year thereafter for membership. You're going to get everything that's in the value stack. I get 2 coaching certifications, each valued at $5,000. We've sold it for $5,000 to other people. That's $10,000 right there. You get a promoter's license for King of Catch, the rule set that was the first modern Catch as Catch Can competition, the one that everybody else has copied. Everybody else came after us, was inspired by us, whether they like it or not. They're editors, so they ain't gonna admit it, but it's a fact, dude. Like time stamped, like fuck you, bitches. It's a fact of artifact of science, man. It's like you can't battle reality, dude. You can lie, but you can't battle reality. Anyway, you get promoter rights to run your own King of Catch matches. You get resell rights for everything I sell, including you could sell other affiliates. So for example, I had one affiliate, they put in the 10 grand and they sold one right away and made $2,000. In fact, if you sell 5, now you're doing it for free and you get all the opportunities to make money. So really what the affiliate program is for people who are passionate. They're on the same mission. They believe the same as we do, as Billy and Carl and everybody else. And they want to make a living professionally based off all the work that I put in for 20 years. It's yours. You're my partner. It's an affiliate, just like CrossFit. It's modeled after how CrossFit works. You can have a scientific wrestling gym. You don't even have to have a gym. So for example, one of our elite coaches, we have assistant, full coach, and elite. The elites get paid by me and they get sent out around the world, like Jesse Moretz, like Sam Crescent, like Luis Ojeda. Kill all of us. Okay. Well, Jesse, for example, he doesn't own a gym. He was in Riverside, California. He's an elite coach, he's an affiliate, moved out to Virginia. Well, he moved to Sacramento and took the gravitas of what it means to be a scientific wrestling coach. It's hard. It's not a rubber stamp like a lot of these jokers. Okay. And we are high end. I see these other people putting out videos and stuff, dude. And I'm talking people from the home of catch. I'm sorry. They're just not to the standard. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. It's just, lower. It's not tedious. It's not Billy Robinson level, 2 hours a week. It's not. 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 It's scrutiny. Okay. Anyway, we are very serious about giving you guys the opportunity to help us on this mission and grow. That first tier, they had to pay 10 grand one pay. And I think we got our first 7 that way. And again, this was like in 6 months. And then I said, you know what? There's other people out there, they don't have 10 grand. Now, if you don't have 10 grand, you're probably not a good business person. So it may be harder for you. So I said, I'm going to teach them. I threw in the 10X business coaching that I do for people, where I routinely double, triple the revenues they make in like 90 days. I added that in as a perk. And I lowered the entrance. So now you only needed a $2,500 down payment. And then you did 225 payments for 40 months. Like, I'm carrying the financing. You don't even got to go to your credit card. You got bad credit, I'm the sucker because I'm on this mission. Well, I'm about to launch the next one. That's going to be only a $495 down payment. You get all the same things that the 10,000 guys paid. They were the early adopters, so they're ahead of you. They're going to be an elite coach way faster than you. They're going to make more money than you because they jumped in earlier. But $495 and $225 monthly payments. DM me. You want to get on? Do this fast. I'm not going to leave the $495 out there for very long. I'm worried about quality, honestly, because one of my mentors, Grant Cardone, billionaire, made $1 billion. It went from a $2 million net worth or a $3 million net worth to $2 billion. Remember, $1 billion's 1,000 million. He doubled that in like 15 years. This guy's a genius. Is why I'm like, I sit at his feet and try to study his ways and call him my mentor, do as much as I can to get on to. You've maybe seen some of the stuff I've shared of our like private conversations with him. Anyway, well, they're public. I mean, it's not like secret. Anyway, Grant says if they don't pay attention. So this is an experiment. If you are serious about this and you can work hard, you can get in and get started for under $500, a business in a box. And we are swinging for the fences. All right, I'm missing some comments here, and I'm not going to stay on here very long today. I'm busy. Somebody asked me, how do I feel? Isbiz says, how do I feel about women's wrestling? I love it, dude. I think it's great. In fact, it's the fastest growing amateur sport out there. I love it. Fantastic. Congratulations to Helen Maroulis. Yash says, hey, what's up, dude? Just going back, seeing what other comments I missed. Sorry, guys. If you have any comments, throw them up now because I'm out of here. How to knock down like a throw. I don't know what you're talking about there. How do you feel about women's wrestling? Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Because I'm going to jump. Okay. I appreciate you guys showing up. You can get in the comments right now. You got me. I'm not charging you. I charge like over $500 an hour for custom specific coaching. Come on. That's it. All right. Going once, going twice. I'm out of here. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. If I can help you, I'm here. Hit me up in the DMs. It's me that answers. I get all the emails, dude. I'm a control freak. As we grow, which we are a massive growth, like hockey stick growth, you will find it harder and harder to get direct access to me. But you got it right now. For those who, again, you got to take action. You got to show up. First rule of success is you got to show up. All you guys that are bitching and moaning because you missed out on Billy, that's your fault, dude. I mean, some of you guys are too young. But there's so many people, oh, I should have done it up. Get out of here, freaking loser. Jump on this, guys. I'm just telling you. Don't be stupid. All right. Appreciate the hell out of you. Luster Tiddlywings. Do you wrestle with an animal like Farmer Burns? Just my pit bull, Tessie. I kick her ass every time. All right, guys. I appreciate the hell out of you. If I can be of assistance, remember, go to Scientific Wrestler. That's this business in a box. The affiliate program, Scientific Wrestler. You can also, if you want to come and train, we got King Mo. He's going to be in Lake Charles, Louisiana, teaching scientific wrestling, weaponized wrestling. King Mo, oh my God, you guys. King Mo, Big 12 wrestling champ, U.S. Seniors Freestyle champ, Risen champ, MMA, Bellator champ, knocked out Roger Gracie. Like, he's going to be in Lake Charles, Louisiana, dude, 2 days with this dude. He started working with us last tour. Amazing, 100% dedicated, devoted to scientific wrestling. I'm so excited. I've been a King Mo fan since Real Pro Wrestling, which is different than Shoot Pro. They tried to make a professional folk style league, but made it look like American Gladiators. And, you know, I'm glad they tried, but it didn't. They just weren't quite savvy enough to pull it off. But King Mo, and then the following weekend, we're going to be in Hawaii. So you people that are near the Pacific, come train in paradise, dude. Shoot Dojo Hawaii, Scientific Wrestling Hawaii, Jazz, Iglesias, running it, dude. Old school, old dude. Maybe the first guy doing grappling in Hawaii. Okay? Certainly the first guy teaching leg locks and all the stuff that we do. Okay, we're going to be out there, me and Wade. And then you got 2 more chances, dude. I may not do any more this year. Just warning you, I may not, because I'm so busy with everything. Okay. And then we got Pat Miletich on those last 2. We got Richmond, Virginia, out at Jesse Morez's JB's place, Mongrel MMA. And then we've got our Orlando affiliate, Brian Ruscio. I think he's a 4th degree jiu-jitsu black belt plus Greco-Roman All-American stud and scientific wrestling coach. Brian Ruscio out in Orlando, going to be there with Pat Miletich. That'll be the last one on this particular leg of the tour. Get out there, coachingcatch.com. And then again, if you need help in your business, don't pay $100,000 for an MBA from some joker, professor who's reading out of somebody else's book and never done anything himself. I'm here for you. ChiefRevenueCoach.com. Go check it out. Check the testimonials. Don't believe me. Who am I? You don't know me. Go look at all the people. Not a single, no paid actors there, brother. Just successful business people. Okay. And winners. If you want to join it, I'm here to help you. Okay. Chief Revenue Coach. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a sore day. I'm off to help our clients. This one out in Australia.